John Higgins, Mortgage One. Happy Monday. So, little recap on what we've seen maybe over the last couple weeks, and some really good news, I think, as we head into the spring selling season. So, rates have been doing better as we've moved towards spring here. Last week, probably a little bit of good, little bit of bad, as the bank issue that drove rates lower a few weeks ago is starting to balance out a little bit. There haven't been any new bank failures, which on the whole is great for the economy. We came through the Fed meeting obviously a week and a half ago. So, the Fed is looking like it's probably going to raise rates one more time this year at their May meeting, and we're going to get another 25 basis points. So, kind of what does all of this mean for our market? I'm going to show you a couple graphs on kind of where we've been and how things are looking really quite strong as we head into spring. So when we look at the number one factor for why people can buy homes, it's really not interest rates or inventory or anything like that. It's really jobs. And if we look at this graph, I mean, it's amazing to see how the economy just continues to chug along and create jobs. The unemployment level is quite low and has been quite low for a while. The number of jobs every month that have been created is really quite spectacular. So that's great for people looking to buy a home. And then, on that issue about interest rates, right? Everybody's curious where they're going to go. Inflation is the number one enemy of interest rates. And we've seen inflation start to cool. Now, as we've said in some prior updates, inflation's a little stickier than maybe the Fed would like and the market would like, but the trend is certainly better. So we're starting to see month over month these inflation numbers roll down. There's some good potential news in the future. Rent makes up a huge component of how the Fed gauges inflation. And rent has been a real big contributor to the inflation numbers. And we're thinking, as we look back over the last year, that we're going to start to see some of the really tough comparisons drop out of this measurement. And we're hoping that inflation numbers start to roll down at maybe a little quicker pace. Services have been the one contributing factor in inflation that has been a little more stubborn. So, when we look at why people buy homes and when people buy homes, one of the bigger components of buying a home is, just how affordable it is. And we know that when interest rates go up, home affordability drops. And this graph shows exactly that. So we saw interest rates really start to spike towards the middle of last year. There was a little bit of a downdraft as we headed towards fall, and then rates just started to run away. And you can see the affordability index as rates rise. It's not good. As the sales dropped out at the end of last year, we really saw the impact of those interest rates. Now, rates are starting to roll down just a little bit here as we head into spring, and that bodes nothing but good news when we look at the overall market. So, keep the faith out there when you're talking to your sellers. We do believe that interest rates have made their top on this run. And, as we head into spring and into summer, I think we're going to see interest rates favorable for the housing market. Affordability certainly goes up when rates go down. Even the little bit that they've come down here as we head into spring, if anybody's been watching, and I know you have, there's no inventory out there and there's buyers everywhere. So, a little more inventory with this buyer demand that we have, and we're really setting up for a solid year this year. Certainly nothing maybe like 2020 or 2021 just because of the inventory levels, but still a lot of good news out there. So if you need anything, give me a call. Have a great week, and we'll check in with you next Monday.